Hello and welcome. In this video, we're going to install XAMPP so your computer can run PHP files. PHP is a server-side programming language, which means your computer needs special software to process PHP code before it can display in the browser. XAMPP gives us everything we need to create a practice web server on your own computer so we can build and test PHP projects safely before putting them online. What is XAMPP? XAMPP is a bundle of web development tools packaged together into one easy installation. The letters stand for X means cross-platform, meaning it works on Windows, Mac, and Linux. A is for Apache, the web server. M is for Maria, the database software. P equals PHP, the programming language we are learning. And the other P is for Perl, which we will not use in this class. In older tutorials, you may hear MariaDB called MySQL. They work almost the same way, and many people still use the names interchangeably. Downloading XAMPP. I have opened a browser, and I'm at the website apachefriends.org. Where it says download, you're going to click your operating system. Download the newest version of XAMPP that includes PHP 8.2 or higher. Your version of XAMPP may look slightly different from the version shown in this video, and that is completely okay. XAMPP updates periodically, so menu layouts, version numbers, and button styles may change over time. Always download and install the latest stable version available on the Apache Friends website. And I've been taken to a new window, and here's the tab that says XAMPP Download Success. And it says, awesome, your download will start automatically. Mine did not, so I'm going to click here. I'm going to verify that I'm a human, and I'm going to click on where it says Download Latest Version. I'm going to go ahead and double click on this. I'm just going to close my backgrounds. I'm going to go ahead and say yes. I'm going to go ahead and say OK. I'm going to say next. Select all the components and say next. Next. I'm going to select allow. I'm going to choose finish. I'm going to go ahead and select start. It went ahead and it started. Later in this course, when we begin working with databases, we'll also start the MySQL, also known as MariaDB. I'm going to go ahead and open up my web browser in a new tab, and I'm going to type in http://localhost. It says I have successfully installed XAMPP on this system. So if I go over here to the right, I'll have PHP info. If the PHP info page appears, that means Apache is working, PHP is working, your local web server is functioning correctly. That is exactly what we want before we begin writing PHP code. I have opened my Canvas Core Shell modules page, and I'll navigate to the Chapter 1 module. From here, I will open the Chapter 1 overview page. On this page, there is a heading called Textbook Code Files. I will click the link and download the code files. I'll minimize this page. I'll go to where I've downloaded that file. I'll move it to my desktop. I'm going to right-click. I'm going to extract all. I'm going to go ahead and open up my C drive. I'm on a Windows computer. I'm going to go to my C drive, my XAMPP folder, htdocs. I'm going to move this folder in here, and then I'm going to rename this folder WebD 166, and I'll hit enter. Next, I'm going to go to Visual Studio Code. I've already have this downloaded on my computer. I'm going to go to File, Open Folder. It's already taken me to the Windows, XAMPP, htdocs. Here's the WebD166 folder. I'll select that folder. All of the exercise files for this course will now be stored inside this folder. These files are provided for you to review, practice, and follow along with the course lessons. If you're on a Mac computer, you will go to the Applications folder, XAMPP, XAMPP Files, the htdocs folder, and then WebD166. We will use Visual Studio Code in the next lesson. I'm going to go ahead and close this. You cannot open PHP files by double-clicking them. Instead, you must access them through your localhost in the browser. I'm going to close this. Apache is still running. I'm going to open up my browser where I have localhost. I'm going to just get rid of dashboard, and I'm going to type in WebD166. You'll see that I now have all of the exercise files. As we create PHP files during the course, they will appear inside this folder. Unlike HTML files, PHP files cannot be opened by simply double-clicking them. Instead, PHP files must be accessed through localhost in your web browser, so Apache can process the PHP code correctly. When you open the file through localhost, Apache processes the PHP code and sends the finished web page to the browser. So, some common beginner issues. If your PHP pages are not working correctly, here are common things to check. The first one is to make sure that you're running Apache. So make sure Apache is started in the XAMPP control panel. Make sure your PHP files are inside the htdocs folder, inside the WebD166 folder that I just created, and to remember to open your files using the local host in the browser instead of double-clicking on the files. Try to keep the default XAMPP installation settings and folders whenever possible. So you noticed I did not delete any of these folders. I left everything that's there. When you're finished working for the day, it is a good idea to stop Apache. So I'm going to go ahead and select Stop, and then I'll select Quit from the control panel. During installation or when closing the XAMPP installer, Windows may display a UAC or user account control warning message. Don't worry, this is very common. To help your server run smoothly, follow one simple rule. Install XAMPP in its default folder. Avoid installing XAMPP inside the Program Files folder. Keeping XAMPP on the root C drive helps prevent common issues in this course, such as Apache failing to start, permission denied errors, and problem saving PHP files. For the best experience, keep the default installation settings whenever possible. That's it. Your PHP development environment is now ready, and we're prepared to begin writing PHP code. I look forward to seeing your work, and thank you.